Hello, YouTubers. Today I wanted to make a quick video about some results that I found out today after taking the Myers-Briggs test. I wasn't going to do this, but I thought since I was bored and haven't been creative in a while, I would make a video about my results for Myers-Briggs. I am an INTP. I've taken the test about 3 or 4 times, and I keep scoring INTP. I remember way before that I was an INTJ, but that's when I was in school. And I guess I evolved from judging to perceiving as I got older. I don't know. But yeah. From what I've read, there are some famous people that I really can relate to. Albert Einstein, Carl Jung, I don't know. Was it Rene Descartes? I don't know how to say these people's names, but they're pretty famous. They're philosophers. I can read them, but pronouncing it is horrible. I think I just butchered their names. But anyways, I'm an INTP, and I can relate to a lot of people that made videos about their results as well. I guess some of my hobbies are listening to music, and I used to play the alto saxophone when I was younger in the symphony or concert symphony or whatever it is, and it was pretty good. I was second chair always. I never made first chair. I didn't want to play solos either, so I like being in the background. I don't like being in the forefront because I don't know, I tend to get nervous about a lot of things. But yeah, I'm not necessarily quiet, but I can be. Like I have somewhat of a split personality. Sometimes where I like just shut off from the world and I just get into my thinking mode. It's pretty much when I'm like analyzing things or like if I want to make a big purchase, for instance. I really don't have many problems in my life right now, but big purchases right now, like I would make a list like 3 or 4 times and see if I really need it, and then think about it over and over again, and then I'll look on the internet and gather the prices for it, and then I will close it after 1 second because I get kind of obsessive. I think, I don't know, it's weird to describe, but like once I think it's just my impulsive nature, just being me. But when I see something that I want it now. If I can't get it now, then I'm all upset, thinking of reasons why I should be able to have it. Oh well, I got problems. What else? INTP. Growing up, I loved playing chess. I guess that's logical. I beat my chess teacher a couple of times, and the only person I couldn't beat was my father. He beat me in like 2 or 3 moves. That's crazy, right? Now I suck, but I always like to anything that has to do with precision, like archery. Yeah. When I'm pronouncing my English words, like I have a bit of trouble with thinking I'm pronouncing it right or not, because I'm an English teacher now. Yeah, and there's sometimes where I have to break down sentences for the children so they can understand it. So this is really messing up my life. Anyways, it's not. So it's messing up my video making skills, which is horrible. Yeah. INTP. I can't believe I'm making a video. Yeah. Well, precision. Okay. I'm a perfectionist by law. I'm a Virgo too. And it's just like by our nature that we are perfectionists. I want to have the perfect mind, the perfect body, perfect relationships, not necessarily perfect relationships with people, because I tend to draw some crazy girls. It's like ever since I was young, it's like a curse. I have the good looks and everything, you know what I'm saying? But the girls that I attract, just they got problems. They got problems. I got problems, but they got even more problems. You know what I'm saying? You know. You know. Anyways, but yeah, with working out right now, like I need to work out at least 3 times a week. If I don't, I get upset with myself. And if there's something that I want to work on, I have to work on it before I go to sleep. Like I won't go to sleep until I work on it. And if I end up not doing it, doing what I promised myself, then I get upset. So pretty much the things that can get me upset are only myself. And sometimes other people, but I'm like angry for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then I either just cut them off forever, or I wait a while and make them feel guilty for doing the things they did, which is usually really bad. Yeah. I'm into abstract things like spirituality, occult, astrology, numerology, aneology. And I'm actually doing a lot of research on Wikipedia on everything. Practically everything, from food to philosophy, self-knowledge, self-actualization. I just found that yesterday. Why it rains, the water cycle. There's more to just what we learned in elementary school. To rain in the water cycle. And there's even wind cycles, what happens in the Arctic, stuff like that. I'm really a nerd, big time. I just don't have the big glasses, and I'm not overweight or nothing like that. I just so happen to have a look of someone that doesn't look like a nerd, I guess. But I am really a big nerd. I have a big forehead. I heard that's like a sign. Anyway, yeah. I guess I'll prolong this 10 minutes. What else? I'm extremely adaptable to a lot of situations. I read in the Intp that we are like chameleons. We kind of adapt to people, situations easily. I can agree with that. I jumped from just out on a whim. I came on a plane to Korea and just started teaching. I'm not a teacher at all. But I decided to try and do it, do my best. If I failed, I failed, and I'll just pick myself up again, and then I'll do something else. And I actually had to do that. I worked at another school, and there's no other word I can use for this school but shitty. It was shitty as hell. And I actually ended up transferring. I'm not going to go into detail about that because it only makes me frustrated. But, yeah. Women, I was dating, I went to a university in Texas, and I was dating Spanish or Mexican women, and now I'm dating Korean women. So it's like a progression. In my hometown, dating, my own race. Then I went to Mexico area, dated Mexicans, and then dated Koreans. It's fun. I like the language barrier a lot because it gives me ideas to play with, things that I can say to them to kind of make them fall in love with me. As you can tell, I'm kind of like maybe a Romeo type person. But yeah. But my favorite things are definitely music and beautiful things. I like anything beautiful to read, beautiful to look at. I like being a beautiful man. Just everything has to be nice and neat. My house is always nice and neat. If it's not, it's because like a tornado or a hurricane just came by, messed up things. But all right, I guess I'll stop there. Excuse my craziness. I'm not gonna redo this video at all, but I'm done.